Hello there, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning into Mentium, the podcast that takes you on a journey to unlock the full potential of your mind. My name is Majama. I will be your host and your guide on this adventure into the fascinating realm of mindset, mental fitness, and personal growth. In each episode, I dive deep into the intricacies of the human mind, exploring the power of positive thinking, resilience, and the strategies to cultivate a mindset that propels you towards success. So, buckle up for a journey of self discovery, empowerment, and transformation. Get ready to unleash the power of your mind with Mentium. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mentium. Thank you so much for joining me one more time. As always, it is a pleasure and an honor to have you around at the release of a new episode. Today, I would like to touch on part 2 of our series on the art of influence. You see, if you remember in part 1, I explored the importance of communication and how framing your message can make all the difference in connecting with others. I discussed the fundamental elements of influence, including the power of clarity, empathy, and creating win-win situations. Well, today I am taking things a step further. I would like to dive into the advanced techniques of persuasion, exploring the concept of soft power versus hard power, and uncovering deeper the two key forces that we talked about that drive human behavior, and they are pain and pleasure. Whether you are a leader, an entrepreneur, or someone striving to make a greater impact in your personal and social lives, I'm sure these insights will help you become a more effective and ethical influencer. Before I dive in, let me address something important: the difference between influence and manipulation. You see, influence is about inspiring people to take action willingly. It is based on trust, respect, and mutual benefits. Manipulation, on the other hand, involves coercion, deceit, and self motives. That's not what I'm talking about here. True influence is ethical. It's about understanding the needs and motivations of others and aligning your goals with theirs. You see, when you approach influence with integrity, it becomes a tool for building stronger relationships and achieving a shared success. Let's talk about here soft power. Soft power is the ability to influence others through attraction, persuasion, and inspiration rather than control or coercion. It's about getting people to want to follow you rather than feeling that they have to. Contrast that with hard power, which relies on authority, threat, or rewards. While hard power can produce short term results, it rarely leads to a lasting loyalty. Think about a boss who micromanages and enforces strict rules versus a leader who inspires their team with a clear vision and genuine care for their well being. Who would you rather follow? You see, there is a saying that people do not really care about how much you know until they know how much you care. So, soft power is about creating alignment, it's about listening to others, understanding their perspective, and showing them how your goals can benefit them. When people feel heard and valued, they're far more likely to engage and support your vision. A great example of soft power in action is Nelson Mandela. Mandela led a divided nation out of apartheid, not through force, but through his ability to inspire. and unite. He used soft power to communicate a vision of unity and equality that resonated with millions. His leadership wasn't about commanding, but it was about connecting. Mandela's ability to influence came from his empathy, his understanding of the needs of others, and his commitment to shared values. This is the essence of soft power, leading with authenticity and aligning your goals with the aspirations of others. Let's shift gears here and talk about what truly drives human behavior. We explained this in our last episode, and these are the twin forces, pain and pleasure, and they are at the heart of every decision we make. When you are trying to influence someone, understanding their pain points and desires can make your message much more powerful. For instance, if you are selling a product, don't just talk about its features, address the customer's pain. What problem does it solve? And highlight the pleasure. How will it improve their life? You see, the more clearly you can connect your message to the pain and pleasure of the customer, the more persuasive you will be. Here's a quick story to illustrate these twin forces. A company wanted to improve its employee engagement, but their initial efforts were not working at all. They kept emphasizing on how it was important for the company's bottom line. The message did not resonate with the employees because it focused on the company's pain and gain, not theirs. However, when they reframed the message to highlight how engagement would lead to better work balance life, career growth opportunities, and recognition for employees, things drastically change. By addressing the employees' pain points, stress and feeling undervalued, and connecting the initiative to their desires, fulfillment, and career advancement, the company was able to inspire real change. What is the lesson here? Always frame your message around what matters most to your audience. Remember, people are tuned to the station WIIFM. To close this section, let's talk about how you can apply these principles of influence in your daily life. Here are 3 practical tips. Number 1, listen first. Influence begins with understanding. Take the time to listen to the needs, concerns, and motivations of others before presenting your ideas. Remember this rule: always touch the heart before you ask for a hand. Number 2, frame your message. Remember the story of the blind boy. The way you present your message matters. Focus on what's in it for the other person and how your goals align with theirs. Number 3, focus on emotion. Facts and logic are important, but emotions drives action. So use stories, metaphors, and examples to connect with your audience on a deeper level. Influence isn't about having all the answers. It's about creating a connection, building trust, and aligning your vision with the needs of others. Now, as I promised last week, in the last episode, I am going now to talk about one of the most powerful tools in the art of influence, and it is storytelling. Stories have been used throughout history to inspire, persuade, and connect to people. Why? Because stories engage both the heart and the mind. When you tell a story, you're not just sharing information, you are creating emotional experience. You are taking your audience on a journey where they can see themselves in the characters, feel the challenges, and celebrate the victories. The emotional connection is what makes storytelling such a powerful tool for influence. Think about a time when a story moved you to action. Maybe it was a story about someone overcoming adversity, a relatable struggle, or even a fictional tale that inspired you to think differently. You see, stories create a sense of shared humanity, and that's what makes them so impactful. Now, let me share an example of how storytelling can drive influence. In a nonprofit fundraising campaign, instead of simply presenting statistics about how many people were in need, they shared a story of one family who benefited from their program. They told the story of a mother who had overcome incredible odds to provide a better future for her children, thanks to the support of the donors. What happened? Donation skyrocketed. Why? Because people could see the real human impact of their contribution. Stories make the abstract personal, the overwhelming manageable. When you use stories to influence others, focus on creating a narrative that resonates emotionally and aligns with their values. To wrap up, let me just say that in this episode, I explored the advanced techniques of influence, including the power of storytelling that I just touched on, the effectiveness of soft power and hard power, and the twin forces of pain and pleasure that drive human behavior. Storytelling, in particular, though, is one of the most powerful tools you can use to connect with others and inspire action. It's not just about sharing facts, it's about creating an emotional connection that makes your message unforgettable. So the next time you are communicating, please tell a story. As you work on developing your influence, remember to listen, align your goals with those of your audience, and use the power of storytelling to bring your ideas to life. These principles will help you lead with authenticity and inspire others to take action willingly. Thank you so much for joining me for this two-part series on the art of influence. If you found value in these episodes, please subscribe, leave a review, and share them with someone who could benefit from mastering the art of influence. Until next time, remember, your words and actions have the power to shape the world around you. So use them wisely. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. I am Majama, and this is Mentium. Peace.